Hey guys, what's going on? It's Chris. Today we're going to be talking about the biggest ways that Facebook has changed the world. But before that, let's get into the history of it. It all started when the Winklevoss twins, along with one other person, wanted to make a website for their university, Harvard. But none of them knew how to program, so they asked Mark Zuckerberg, and he agreed to it. So he worked on it, and while he was working on it, he got a good idea to make his own, and kept making excuses on why it wasn't finished. And eventually, the people he was working with looked on the newspaper and saw the Facebook, which they found out it was pretty much the exact same as their website that they were wanting to create. So they tried to sue him and they failed horribly. From there on, Facebook grew more and more. Google even tried to compete by making a news type thing, and a company tried to purchase the Facebook for $1 billion. And Zuckerberg refused because he knew it could grow into something greater. It expanded for many years, thus bringing us Facebook. Now that we got the history part out of the way, let's get right into how Facebook has changed the world. Number 1. Getting info. Back then, the only real way to know what is going on in another country was the news. But with Facebook, you can see what's going on in just a couple of clicks. It's really amazing to see how much it has changed the way we see things. He made a news feed thing to where you can see other people's opinions and what they're doing, and people got very upset with that. And he eventually had to change it up because they thought it was leaking their private information, and they just did not like it whatsoever. Going on to number 2. Learning something new from another country. Before, it would be a little difficult to get to know someone, but with Facebook, you can just friend someone from across the world and get to know them or their culture. And it's very good because you're able to learn different things that you didn't know before, and that would help you out a lot if you're like doing some type of project for school or something. You could interview them, and yeah. And number 3, marketing. If you are a small business owner, you can spread your business name out and get people to share it, and maybe eventually get lots of people to your business, which people, being people, also had a problem with this because people were thinking it was still leaking their private information, and it's just people getting mad for no reason, like usual. And yeah. And number 4, staying connected with family. Imagine you were going to college and your family won't see you for many, many years because, it's far away. How will you see them? Oh, right, Facebook. You can talk to your family from anywhere. You can even FaceTime them so you are able to see them. And he also upgraded it a lot by adding a new feature called tagging, which basically allows you to tag people's faces, like not their faces, but like their username if they're in the photo or whatnot, or if you want to share a photo to them. And people also didn't like that because they thought it was leaking more private information, because apparently people have a lot of private information on Facebook. about a lot of different things. So, yeah. Number 5, buying things. If there's something you need, like a car part, or something you have needed for a long time, well, Facebook possibly has it, or someone on Facebook. It is so simple, you could just easily ask and buy it from them. And basically, that concludes number 5, so let's get right into number 6. So bringing us into number 6 is basically the number 6. It really enhances people's ability to connect with others and form positive relationships with peers. So basically, you can just get to know people from from all different age ranges. You could get to know someone from like 18 to 60 and ask them about their life, ask them how it's going, just get to know them. And yeah, another good reason Facebook has changed the world is it helps people feel less lonely. People just can go on there and chat, and they can talk to people that could possibly feel just as lonely as they are, and they could help each other become less lonely and expand their friendships to a real life friendship, which isn't always safe. So you should not really meet anyone from online unless you like actually know them. Otherwise they could hurt you, or just, they could be a horrible person. Facebook has also changed the world negatively. People are more open to being rude and not caring. They can just hide behind a screen and be rude to people for no reason, or whatever they feel like, without consequences besides getting kicked off of it, which they could just create a new account. So it has its ups and downs. It can also cause people to feel like more depressed, because it's just how online works. Online cause people to be more depressed than usual. You also have the risk of identity theft. People can take your identity and use it for the wrong reasons, or whatever they feel like using it for, and which is illegal. And then there's also, it reduces intimacy with family and friends, so you basically aren't around them as much. You're more on your device than you are with your friends or family or anyone of the real world. You're just stuck in your device. And it causes loss of sleep, and it can possibly put you in a dangerous situation to where someone thinks they want to meet up with you and kidnap you and harm you in a horrible way. So basically, that is the way Facebook has changed the world. Thank you for watching. I will see you all later.